Hello everyone, and welcome to the start of episode 3, or chapter 3, of Life is Strange True Colors. As we jump in here, I've been thinking a lot about the events of the last episode, and specifically Mac Loudon and everything that we learned about him. When we were at the wake, and he suddenly burst out and said, I was on duty, nobody ever called. I was thinking to myself, as you heard, if he was just inside of his own head, and he was feeling guilty about the fact that he had gotten the call and let Gabe get killed, and it went further than he expected, and now he's feeling guilty about it, but ultimately nobody suspects anything, why wouldn't you just shut your mouth? Like, you can just be quiet about it. So it's like, it didn't at the moment make sense to me that it was as simple as Mac Loudon was just lying. What I was failing to account for there is Mac had gotten the call, he had reported it up the chain, the command came down to set off the detonation charges anyway, Mac was fighting with them about it, and then when Gabe died, they got in contact with Mac and said, if you tell anybody about this, we're going to absolutely destroy your life. Under that different external pressure, somebody who is a weird, impulsive idiot like Mac Loudon might then at the wake, so roiled up, so coiled up in his, how upset he is and the guilt that he feels and the loss of somebody that he might not have liked very much, but he still feels responsible for it because he wasn't able to stop the detonation. Combined with the threats that he feels from Typhon Mining, he might do something like blurt out at this wake, oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. Which is just like a super weird thing to do, but that's because he's kind of a weird guy. We're going to go to continue, I think. And that's it. I was just thinking a lot about it since the last week. I've been raring to play this game. We've actually talked a lot about it here. As always, limited commentary, especially during cutscenes and dialogue.
You have a superpower? You're both fucking with me, right?
Okay, I didn't know that we were spreading this around.
Do Ryan and I look like the fucking with you type? It's all true.
Fine. Then tell me what I'm feeling right now.
You're feeling disbelief.
You're actually a little annoyed. You feel hurt that we didn't tell you until now, whether it's true or not. You don't like being left out.
Well, okay. Oh shit. The foosball game. You knew exactly what to do.
You needed to focus on the positive memories, not get lost in the sadness. I thought it would help.
It did. Just warn me next time, okay?
Deal.
That sort of defeats the purpose of having a secret.
I'd have a freaky empath friend. Pretty wild.
As does telling everybody the secret.
So, any sign of Diane today?
No. But she was in yesterday working on her laptop.
You said she was afraid of something around Gabe's death. If she's covering up what Typhon did, I bet there's proof.
I hope so. If she comes in today, let's be ready with a plan. In the meantime, I've got to finish my shift.
We're on it.
Time to earn a paycheck. I should clean the dirty dishes around the bar.
Okay, I'm just making a mental note for dirty dishes around, and actually it says under things to do, but oftentimes at the start of the episode, it's good to catch up on what all has happened since the last time we were here. Lath Flowers says, good morning, Haven Springs. The famous rose cart has been polished up and stocked with our finest. You can find it in the park at sundown, but don't walk up next to it or else the game will turn you around. Yeah, I remember that from last week. Pick one up and present it to your spring festival sweetheart. Hector says... Maybe don't advertise this, Hector. No one's ever given me a rose at the Spring Festival. Steph says no one's ever given Ryan one either. Ryan says, har har. We'll see who's laughing tonight. Steph says, me at you. And Ryan says, yeah, probably. Steph says, dude, it's no fun picking on you if you're just going to admit defeat. Steph writes, LARP volunteers, some of you still haven't synced up with me about your characters. Cutting a little close there, buds. Hit me up. Ducky says, to Stephanie, I've written an extensive backstory for my character, inspired in part by sections of Wu Chengen's, if I'm mispronouncing stuff like that, I apologize, Wu Chengen's Journey to the West. However, when I tried to include it in this application, I received an error message to the effects that I've exceeded the character limit. Thoughts? Well, what do you think are the thoughts, Ducky, before I read further? You're writing too much information. Don't do that. What do you want them to do? Change the character limit? Steph says, I know what I'm doing with my afternoon. Can you just drop off a copy at the shop? And Ducky says, on my way. Yeah, Steph, please redesign the website for Ducky. Typhon Mining will be setting off charges tonight at 5 p.m. Danger zones are clear, etc. Having a wonderful Spring Festival. So they're not done, and they're just going ahead with what they were doing. Don't worry about that guy that died. I'm not like 100% up on the dates, nor do I see a date here, but no break, no rest here.
Best job I've ever had. Not that the competition is super fierce.
Attention Black Lantern customers. The Black Lantern is happy to announce that we've returned to our normal hours of operation. We want to thank you all for your patience and support during what has been a difficult time for many in our community. We look forward to seeing you all soon. And on a happier note, we want to give a big Black Lantern welcome to Alex Chen, who has accepted a full-time waitstaff position with us. Be sure to show her some love when you see her. Jason says, go Alex. Riley says, heart. And Ashley McFarlane, who we've not previously met, says, excellent news. Although she's got a picture of a bird as her profile, I wonder if she was the woman with the binoculars from the last episode. Last call for LARPers. Those who haven't heard, planning a LARP for the afternoon of Spring Festival. Dire need of NPCs. If you ever wanted to try LARPing, this is a fun, low-pressure way to get your feet wet. I would do it as an NPC. I actually would. That would be fun. I don't think that I'd want to be like the big hero guy, because I'd really want to, as she puts it, get my feet wet for a while. But no, playing like bar patron. The guy who gets out the stuff at the stock from the stock room at the shop. Sure, I'll do that for LARPing. Ducky writes to Stephanie, did I ever tell you that I starred in a science fiction film? I was fresh from Korea when the director, Mr. Julius Allen Silver, spotted me in a hardware store. He said, Mister, have you considered being in pictures? I love Ducky's. Of course I had not. Just like his whole deal is very entertaining to me. But maybe if I knew him in real life, I'd find him way less, like, tolerable. But in those days, I was eager to swallow every morsel on my plate, so to speak, so of course I agreed. The film was to be called Invaders from the Mechanical Planet. I believe I still have a reel around here somewhere, should you wish to organize a screening. Steph says, Ducky, I've genuinely never wanted anything more in my life. Ryan says, this is in response to the original message. Ryan says that he's down for the LARPing. Steph says, oh, I got plans for you, kid. And Ryan says, uh-oh. Okay, Charlotte, I've decided to close my portrait commissions for the time being. I need to work through my backlog. Sorry to disappoint. Ashley said, take all the time you need. And Josh says, nuts, I knew I shouldn't have put this off.
So many memories of Gabe I didn't get to make.
Jed says, thank you to everyone who attended the Gabe Chen Memorial Service, and a special show of gratitude to those who spoke. I think we did Gabe proud. Steph says, do you remember that thing he used to do when he would get choked up but he was too embarrassed to admit it? Ryan quotes, I haven't cried since I was like 14. Steph says it's allergies. Or they're all quoting, by the way. Riley says, don't look at me. Ryan says, I'm going to miss him a lot. And Steph says, same. Riley says, yeah. Oh, right. Okay. Thanks everyone who showed up today, writes Jed. Sorry for how it shook out. What would we say to one last send-off? Do it right this time. Oh, this must have been before they lit the lanterns and stuff. Or the lantern, it was just the one. Jason says, fine idea. Alex says, I have an idea. Can we all meet at the bridge at 9? Riley, Charlotte, and Jed will all be there.
Glad I was able to help.
And
but
a follow-up.
I think I'll pass on the kisses.
A follow-up from the missing dog chronicle from the last episode. I found Chrissy. She's been wreaking havoc on Ms. Crawford's flower beds, but she's home safe now. Cass writes, I'm so glad you found her. Give her a big wet kiss from me. Hector writes, first doggy kisses go to the girl from the record store who helped me track her down. And Steph has identified it as Alex, damn the legend grows, which I feel like is a very subtle way of Steph not receiving first doggy kisses. Oh, actually, it's over this person. Give them the credit. Silver Dragon writes, thank you for the patience over the last few days. Things are still very up in the air, but we will be returning to regular business office hours soon. Josh is excited to stock up. Riley writes, if you need someone to help out with Ethan or anything else, let me know. And that's... Yes, okay, that's all of the DMs from my block. So, and actually, actual DMs, not my block posts. Steph and Ryan, we've got a group text going on here. Okay, this is... Okay, yep, this is all brand new. I think it's Alex writes, okay guys, I'm making this official. Welcome to the Takedown Typhon thread. Steph writes, fuck yeah. Ryan says it's an honor and a pleasure. Steph says, let's celebrate at Alex's place tonight. Ryan writes, shouldn't Alex make that proposal? Steph says it's too late. Alex writes, I guess I'm hosting then. Are you free tonight for some more scheming? Oh, was that the same day? No, it was actually 3 days later. So it's been a bit, because this is a new thread. At least I didn't see it last time. This was 3 days later. Are you two free? Are you two free tonight for more hosting? Ryan and Steph are both down. Steph says, crazy idea. Let's break into the Typhon office in Denver. Steph has it all figured out. I bet they have server access there. We can find evidence. Steph, you are in the wrong genre. You're thinking of Watch Dogs. Alex writes, Steph, we're not driving to Denver and breaking into a highly secure corporate office. Steph says, boo, but if we did, could I be the getaway driver? Oh, no, sorry. If it's your idea, you get to go inside. Who ties the bell on the cat? The person who recommends an idea that bad. Or the mouse who does so. Sure. Ryan says, but Steph, your license is expired. Alex wants to know how he even knows that. Steph says, because he's a big loser. Ryan says, a loser with a valid license. Alex says, you guys are killing me. All right, here's Charlotte. It's always a little bit of a challenge to find out, like, where this all started. For sure, do you want the recipe? Watch Ethan again on Wednesday. Maybe malt wine. Come over for dinner tonight. Affidavit again. Okay, nope. Okay, so here we are back at the 1st of May. After that night on the bridge, Charlotte writes, your speech on the bridge was beautiful. Thank you for being there for us. Alex writes, of course. 2 days later on the 3rd, Diane stopped by Charlotte's again with the affidavit. She declined. I wish they would just drop it. Alex writes, I'm sorry, Char. Hang in there, okay? Then Charlotte. Oh boy, that might happen a few times and I apologize. It's Charlotte, not Charlene. Charlotte writes, would you come over for dinner tonight? This is on the 9th, so figure about... So bad at math. 6 days later? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 6 days later. Alex says, that sounds amazing. I'd love to. Can I bring anything? Charlotte writes, just you and maybe wine. Alex writes, see you tonight. 4 days after that, Charlotte writes, I'm a little worn out. Any chance you could watch Ethan on Wednesday? Alex is happy to. Can you pay me in more of those lemon bars you made from last week? That was when Charlotte asked if she wants the recipe. Alex says, no, I'd much rather earn them by hanging out with Ethan than actually having to cook. Charlotte agrees that's a good deal. Then on the 18th, hey, Alex, I'm so sorry, but I have to cancel our girls' night. I'm not feeling great. Who could blame you, honestly? No problem. Do you need anything? I'm okay, thanks, though. Then on the 22nd, so 4 days later, how many of the gummies is too many gummies? Charlotte writes, oh, sweetie, try to relax. Can you tell me how many you had? Alex writes, how worried would you be if I said 5 gummies? Alex, okay. Charlotte asks, did you have anything else with them, alcohol or other medication? Alex only had snacks. Charlotte says, take a nice deep breath, take a drink of water, and lie down on your side. Don't drive or do anything serious, and it will pass. You had a little more than the normal dose, but nothing dangerous. Alex writes back, thank you. Did I ever tell you that I think you are so beautiful? Charlotte writes, thank you. Just put your phone down and close your eyes. 1 day later, Alex writes, hey, those texts last night were totally just a test. Charlotte wants to know if she passed. Alex writes, with flying colors. Ironically, flying colors are also what I see when I close my eyes today. LOL. And that brings us up to date on Charlotte. Also, I did look back during the foosball game. I believe the other choices when Alex was playing and Steph asked, are you into girls? I chose yes, but the other options were I'm into boys or I like both. So I guess based on the fact that I went with literally the only one that I saw, our Alex is now canonically a lesbian. So we will be playing Alex in that way for the duration of the playthrough. I love it when it's like something like that sort of gets established by events rather than by a conscious choice, because I kind of feel, maybe not by events, but I feel very strongly that that's just how it works out in real life. Like, you just have the sexual orientation that you do, and it may be entirely to one extreme or the other, or it might be anywhere in the middle. And maybe circumstances, nature versus nurture, who knows? But what I don't think is that there's a lot of people out there who just make a conscious choice. This is what I'm attracted to and nothing else. So I like it when it sort of comes about in a very organic way, like that did. Okay. Mac writes, this is the first interaction that they've had by text. Thanks for the help, Chen. Just remember, I never told you anything. I risked more than just my job to talk to you. I don't think he's kidding either. I'd never think he's kidding. I don't think he's wrong. Alex writes, I hear you, Mac. Don't worry. Get some sleep. And he says, easier said than done, which was just a few minutes later, but it leaked over into the next morning. I understand Mac's hesitation to go to the police. I'm less certain about Alex's motivation about going to the police, given the fact that Jason seems like he is there to listen. Hold on. Now I know that the date we're looking for is about 5/1-ish. Okay, so I think this brings us to thanks again for everything today, writes Ryan. Alex writes, I'm glad that I could help. Oh, also, this is why I like going through the text at the beginning. Remember at this point, probably about 10 minutes ago, when we were talking to Steph, and Steph seemed a little bit hurt that they hadn't told her about the fact that that Alex has a superpower. Well, now we know this isn't like the next morning. This is like 2 weeks later. I can get that. Like Ryan has now known for a while, and they're just deciding to let Steph in on it. Anyway, Alex is glad that she could help. Do you want to meet tonight and plan what's next for our super sleuthing? Ryan says, absolutely. Tell me where and when. Alex is happy. That's probably when they made the takedown Typhon thread. On the 7th, Ryan says, you need a break from all the late night research. Want to go mountain biking on Saturday. Alex says, hurdling over dangerous terrain, so relaxing. Ryan says, you'll have fun, I promise. Alex will try. Sorry, I just love the in-universe storytelling. On the 7th, Alex agrees to try. On the 11th, Ryan writes back, don't worry, we can replace the front wheel. Alex's ass still hurts. Ryan says you handle it like a champ. Then on the 18th, so yeah, 3 weeks actually, it's been since our last episode. Short notice, but tonight is my annual viewing of this amazing nature documentary if you want to join. Amazingly, Steph is busy for the 3rd year in a row. I'm detecting a pattern here. Alex writes, is there a stuffy British dude narrating? Ryan confirms the stuffiest. Alex writes, right answer, I'm in. Devil horns. Devil horns and mountain, I think? I hope that's not a poop emoji, because he might take that the wrong way. Oh, yeah, we're going all the way back to the 1st. It always looks like more than it is, just because there's so much space. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'm not sure if we saw... No, we definitely didn't. So, Steph wants another chance at foosball. The rivalry continues. I need a chance to redeem myself after that awful performance. Alex says that championship was final. Steph says, what? JK. Steph writes, oh no, you bitch. Alex says, LOL. Steph was devastated. Alex writes more seriously now, I'd love to keep playing. Do you want to come over tonight? Alex writes, sick. Which I assume is yes, not I am sick. Steph writes on the next day, Alex, I'm going to start running a Tunnels and Chambers game this week if you want to join. Alex has no idea what that involves. Steph says, sitting around with snacks, role-playing a cool story, pretending to kill stuff, I'm summarizing. Alex writes, is it okay if I'm terrible? Steph writes, 1, you won't be terrible. 2, sit in on our first session. We can play it by ear. Alex writes, rad. 4 days later, Alex writes, are you free tonight? Ryan and I are meeting up and wanted to fill you in on some of the digging we're doing on Typhon. Steph says, I'd love to help. 2 days later, yo! Alex writes back in all caps, sup. Steph says, what do you think about bringing that guitar over to the record store and jamming for a bit? Alex writes, like in front of other live human beings. Steph says, no, just this human being. Alex hasn't played in front of other people in recent memory. Steph writes, I may be particular about a lot of things, but in this case, I am a judgment-free zone. And she spells judgment with the E, which I feel is a Canadian and British thing. I get confused on this all the time. So what I say here might be wrong. I believe in the United States, it's much more common to have no E in judgment. Sorry, one E in judgment. Alex says, what the hell? Let's go for it. What time? Steph says, anytime tonight I'm here. 3 days later, Steph writes, I think I need another jam session tonight. What say you? Alex says, yay. Steph says, I have some ideas. Alex says, oh dear. No, oh dear, I promise. By the way, you're genuinely great. You have a gorgeous voice. She really does. I like that song that she sang. Alex writes, thank you. That was way too kind. Maybe a downright lie. Steph writes, nah. And our last text message from Riley, who's drowning in flowers. Okay, wow. So we didn't have a lot with Riley before, but now we do. Riley writes, how have you been holding up? Alex responds, I'm doing pretty okay, actually. How are you? Riley's drowning in flowers. Please send help. Alex LOLs. This is 2 days later when Riley says, random question. Alex offers a random answer. Riley writes, are you Princess Shushu 2539? To which Alex replies, OMG, how? So the answer was yes. Riley says, LOL. Well, wait, what's Princess Shushu 2539? Alex is like, no, seriously, how? Riley says, you showed me Shushu when I visited, remember? And 2539 is Alex on a phone keypad. Wait, who or what is Shushu? We might need to play further into this chapter to figure this out. Alex says, I've been had. I've been made. I think that what you mean. I've been made. Then Riley writes, you play Dust and Daylight. I didn't take you for a JRPG. Oh, sorry. So you play Dust and Daylight. I didn't take you for a JRPG, girl. Alex writes, me neither. I found it here and thought I'd give it a shot. Now I can't get enough. I thought I was playing single player only. Alex says, you must have spirit guides turned on because I could see you wandering around the Port of Clouds. Alex says, that's so cool. Can we play sometime? I'm stuck at the big scorpion boss. Riley would love to. Then whether or not they did, maybe they did all their texting in game from that point, but that was on the 8th. Now on the 20th, which is very close to the present day, I think. Riley writes, hey girl, thanks for the drink last night. Great to just unwind with you. And Alex says, you got it. Let's do it again. Okay, in our journal, we've got the Ryan Rage. I think that we read all of this. No, I don't know. We didn't read this. We read through Eleanor, but we did not. Ryan's anger had teeth. It was a sharp, savage, self-directed, a rabid animal with its prey cornered. And because he was convinced he had earned that anger, he was ready to submit to it, to let it eat him alive. It was strange finding the shape of Gabe in the absence he'd left behind. I want more of Gabe than I got. Ryan got it, a whole Gabe, a Gabe who breathed and took up space, and then the knife, the rope, the ravine, the only things in the world. He hated himself. I told him the truth, that I forgave him, that he wasn't alone. I feel pretty good about that decision, by the way, that, like, I can't speak for Gabe. I think very strongly that Gabe would have forgiven him, but I know Alex forgives him, and that's why I chose that. Then we've got some internal monologue from Ryan. My job is to keep people safe, not a hero, a coward, dead because of me. And we got some lyrics. I hope if this is a song that we get to hear, I really want to hear this maybe at the end of the game if they do it. Can't shake the thought that you're dead because of me and you're not here to forgive. I don't know how to go where the dead folks go, but I also don't know how to live. And then we got Ryan Joy, which was just slightly later in that same scene. How do I even start? So Joy is gold, by the way. Gold, yellow, maybe sort of a light orange, like a peach color. That gold glow. Literally the next sentence. The way the pain and tension gradually fell away from Ryan's face, and then the laughter, the private joy of the moment when Ryan chose to turn a dumb mistake into a prank, the trust he had for Gabe, the love, the certain knowledge that he could fuck with Gabe and get away with it, that Gabe would love him for it. I pieced it together, found it in the clouds, the goose, the car, the grave, and for just a minute, I got to have the sort of relationship with Gabe that Ryan had. I feel so fucking grateful for that. This morning, I thought I'd only ever know people through their pain. I thought I could live with that, if it meant helping people, honoring Gabe. But then this, joy, like a life raft, a pocket of air at the top of an underwater lake. Everything feels different now. Then we got some quotes from that scene. Property the crown, a lot of blood. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police can spot a goose grave at 100 paces. And then our song lyrics are, I should have dug a deeper grave. It's the night of the living geese. Now I'm wanted for goosicide by the mounted police. And, either maybe I missed two things permanently in Gabe because we don't have any other question marks. Are there any other ones that we... Did I read this? Yeah, I definitely read that. How about Steph and the Button? Oh, I definitely did not read this. So this was the button that we found of Steph's in Seattle, I'm pretty sure. They met in Seattle, a couple of queer punk rock girls drifting through the scene looking for comrades who wouldn't be spooked by their respective baggage, and they found each other. They called the band Drugstore Makeup. Steph on drums, Izzy on guitar, a lot of noise for a two-woman band. For a while, Izzy thought they were in love. For a while, Steph tried to be. Did I read this? Oh gosh. It's weird to think to the things I like most about Steph. Her enthusiasm, her ability to have a wild idea and commit to it, her fearlessness represented such a dead end for Drugstore Makeup. For her and Izzy. I can feel Steph staring across the rooftop at her, wishing that Izzy was what she needed, and I guess my heart breaks for both of them. I remember feeling this. I don't remember if I read this. That's weird. That's a weird place to be, where the game is assembling like how I remember feeling about finding that button. Jed's helmet. So much happening at once. A fear that blacks out the edges of your vision, turns off parts of your brain so that all you know is the pounding of your own pulse in your ears, and the gut deep dive to claw your way out. As soon as Jed saw daylight, that fear urged him forward, wanted him to run for home and leave the mine behind. He resisted it, clamped his jaw closed until his teeth ached, and turned to pull the others out. Fuck, I don't think I've ever been that brave. And then the phone for Jed, this was back in the mine, chapter 1. Sometimes you can just feel the gravity of what someone is about to tell you before they say a word. It's in the way they breathe, the empty space they use to choose their words. You start to feel afraid because you know that whatever they're about to say is going to change everything, and the moment lasts 1,000,000 years. And then your wife says, I'm pregnant, Jed. And maybe at first those words are like something in a different language, a tone poem without any concrete significance. Maybe it takes a minute for you to remember what pregnant means, and a minute longer to realize how it applies to Anne, how it applies to you, and then, maybe, your first ridiculous thought, even before I'm going to be a dad, or we're so much older than I thought we'd be, is, we should call him Ryan. I had an uncle named Ryan. It's a good name. And then maybe you start to cry, because everything is so big, and the whole shape of the world has changed. That's beautiful. Whoever did these writings, like whoever wrote Alex's journal on the development team, did a great job. They really did. I feel very bad about missing two things about Gabe. Maybe they'll be later in this episode, but I really don't think so. Okay, with all of that done, let's go ahead and look at the note. I do just another quick pause. It is very important to me to stay on top of those because we learned a lot about where Alex is some 3 weeks later, including the fact that it's been 3 weeks later since the last episode. So thank you all for your patience as we sort of read through these things. I think that they're an important part of the storyline. Jed, thank you so much for remembering my birthday last week and that Marco Esquanda tequila was excellent. Oh, okay. Was excellent. You are welcome over any time. Your best cook by a long shot, Francisco. We've not met Francisco, I don't think.
Colorado tap water. I'm not convinced this is totally sanitary, but what do I know?
Look, you clean out the bowls real thoroughly between every serving. Do the best that you can. Yeah, a lot of people are going to dip their hands into that, but that's the nature of the beast.
How's it going?
We have some ideas that are gonna blow your mind.
Well, let's not get ahead of it.
Blow your mind.
Can't wait. Now, Steph and Ryan know the big secret. It is such a relief having them in my corner.
By the way, I'm not sure. I don't think that for any reason I wouldn't have told what's-her-face, Steph about it. I was just surprised that that's where this all started.
Respect to anyone that chooses to locomote for sport.
Oh, hold on.
Can't go on a run. Everyone will see how awkward and out of shape I am. Forget it.
Been there before. Maybe I can encourage her.
Okay, sure.
Hey, can I ask you something? I've always felt too self-conscious to try running. You seem like a pro. Any tips?
Oh. Well, definitely don't let that stop you. Just push through it, you know?
I'll try that. Thanks.
Trust me. You're not alone.
She has some interesting facial expressions.
Sorry, Steph, but there can only be one jukebox hero.
All right, let's see here. Haven Springs Town Council notice closed on the last Thursday of every month from 8 to 11:30 for Town Council business. Council Chair Jed Lucan, and thank you for your understanding. Hey, Jed. I'm cleaning the dishes.
Definitely the best boss I've ever had.
Just not right at this
To be fair, isn't that high a bar?
particular moment. I will get to them.
Did you trade out the quarters in the register yet?
All you, kid.
What does that mean, trade out the quarters? For dollar bills? Is that the idea?
Where are you, girl from Rome? Gosh, I really miss that song. They used to play it in here all the time.
Weird. I've never heard it. Maybe Jed knows where it went?
Well, we can definitely ask him. Here's my concern. They would probably like me to play it on the jukebox. I'm a little nervous about playing it on the jukebox song.
Hey, where do we keep unused jukebox CDs?
We don't. Everything we have is in the jukebox.
Cool. Just curious.
Okay, so we know that it's something girl from Rome. Where are you, girl from Rome? Something like that.
Sorry, Steph, but there can only be one jukebox.
Okay. So what do we think would be girl from Rome? Think of the children. I guess that could be it. Blame the monkey brain, check and raise. Mind the damn porridge, G-line transfer. I'm looking for, like, also the cover art, if there's anything that, like, I don't know, has anything Roman architecture. I really want to do this. I'm just not sure that I want to flip through every single song to see, or playing every single song to see if it has those lyrics. No, St. Joan, that sounds like it might be something. And this is going to be the last one, right? Oh, no, it's not. We have more than 20. Baby, it's all I know. I thought we only had 20 to go through. Open up a bottle of whatever. Whiskey 4. I don't want to do a Google search on this. So we got 25 songs. What was the one that I was thinking? St. Joan? Where are you, girl from Rome? That's what she was singing.
Where are you, girl from Rome?
Can I ask Steph? Oh!
Hey, do you guys know a song that goes, "Where are you, girl from Rome"?
Holy shit. Blast from the past. Alabaster Daydreams.
My dad used to love that song. Gabe would put it on repeat just to mess with him. Got to the point where he couldn't stand to even hear it anymore.
So, what happened to it?
Oh. Eventually, Judd pulled it out of the jukebox and stashed it somewhere. You could ask him.
Sweet. Thanks.
Okay, that is so awesome. That my next thought was, wait a second, Steph knows music. Can we ask her?
Hey, boss. Do the words Alabaster Daydreams mean anything to you?
Oh, hell. Like brother, like sister, huh? Fine. Guess it's been long enough. It's back behind the bar someplace.
Thanks.
I will also say that I could be motivated to remove something from the jukebox if it was just on infinite repeat. Oh, I didn't look at it, darn it.
All right, let's hear this infamous song.
So I'm going to assume that they added it to the end of the set. No, of course they didn't. Alabaster Daydreams. Hold on. I don't know. I'm assuming Alabaster Daydreams is the name of the band, but I am checking both. And knowing me, I could cook right past it. Maybe got added to the very beginning. Let's think of the children. Wait, what? Hold on a second. Was it the first one? Hold on a second. Use. Oh my god, you guys, it's right there. I ended directly on it. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we can't really, like, sit around and listen to it, but...
Alabaster Daydreams. That's it. How the hell?
Don't worry about it.
Oh boy. Hey, Eleanor. What the oh boy is just I just remember our last encounter and I hope that she's doing well.
I feel terrible for Eleanor, and I don't think it's getting any easier.
I wish Riley never found out about my condition. She needs to focus on her future, not mine.
Riley found out? I wonder what this means for them.
Since I was 12, and I've
She didn't hear it from me.
Hey, Eleanor. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you, dear.
So, this win is a big
I
deal for you.
really appreciate your help from a couple weeks ago. It means a lot to me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course. I'm glad I could help. Hey, is everything okay with you and Riley?
For the most part. She's pushing herself too hard helping me. I just want her to focus on her own life now.
Let me know what I can do.
You've done done so much already. I'm grateful, Alex.
Okay, well, I'm glad for that. Also, these two here were having a birdwatcher conversation.
In your face, Ryan Lucan. I'm Birder of the Year, and your reign is finished.
Uh-oh. Better not tell Ryan I had a hand in that. Time for your bath.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the other dishes as well. I didn't want to get the dishes too quickly because I don't want to end this scene before I have a chance to do everything that I want to. We've all played games like that, right? You're going around and doing your thing, and suddenly you like accidentally progress things.
Steph and Ryan, the newest inductees. Gabe would be proud.
I just really like her double thumbs up. Oh, Typhon Flyer. So it's a hiring notice. Hiring both field and office positions, including team managers and directors. We're looking to build relationships with our communities, and that means giving you a lifelong career opportunity that you won't find anywhere else. Sounds great. I can't think of any reason I wouldn't want to join up.
Love you, Gabe.
Oh, wow. With the, like, embossed, like, engraving there, too. In memory of Gabe Chen, who came into this bar a stranger and left it his family. That's what Jed said at the end of the wake.
Rad jacket. I'm guessing boss man must be Jed.
The hell am I gonna do with a jacket that says Hell Divers on the back?
Jeez, I don't know, boss man. Maybe you could wear it, like the rest of us are gonna do.
You think I want to broadcast my affiliation with you jokers to the rest of the world? I got a reputation.
Jed would never be a member of a club that would induct someone like him. Well, they just leave these all over the place, don't they?
Not to be a single issue voter or anything, but fuck Typhon.
I'm surprised a little bit that we can clean up the dishes, but not the propaganda.
The spring festival is nigh. Nigh, I say.
All right. Well, I cannot do anything further with Birdwatcher. We can't do anything with Peanuts. We've never seen the back room, and I sort of doubt that we ever will. Oh, hey, Ducky. Is it invasive to read everybody's emotions before talking to them?
Looks like Ducky's getting started earlier than usual today.
It's gonna be a long night tonight. Always is. Same thing every year.
Tonight's the spring festival. I wonder what's wrong. Hey, Ducky. Is everything okay?
Of course. I've never felt better.
Okay. Glad to hear it.
And we can't, like, raise the spring festival as being a topic?
Poor Ducky. I wonder what's going on.
I know we're almost certainly going to hear the same thing. I just want to make sure.
It's gonna be a long night tonight. Always is.
Yeah.
Same thing every year.
It was worth a shot. I just don't know what to make of that yet.
Jed acts like he's in charge, but we all know who really calls the shots in here. Ducky almost hustled me out of my first paycheck. Good thing Jed stepped in. Poor Amelia.
We've checked this every episode so far. The identity of her husband remains a mystery. Yeah, died of the flu.
Back from whence you came.
I'm cleaning these up because I know there's at least one more set of dirty dishes that I haven't touched yet, so we won't accidentally advance things. God damn it! We accidentally advanced things.
Hey, welcome. I'll be right with you.
I better check in with Steph and Ryan.
I haven't finished. Wasn't there like dirty dishes? Yeah, right over here. Oh, fantastic. Now I can't finish doing my job. I'm gonna get Alex fired because the plot comes up and suddenly she loses focus on what she's supposed to be doing. I'm gonna look around in here. I really wasn't done. Like Charlotte. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
Charlotte must be getting ready for the LARP.
Here's a lesson, kids. Never, ever, ever do what the game wants you to do.
Hey, getting ready for the big LARP?
Oh, hey. Yeah. Trying. I hope we can get Ethan into it.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure he'll like it.
Okay, I just also wanted to see what she's studying. The spells of divination, necromancy, visions? Or is that minions? What is that up at the top left? And then healing. And then the other ones are small enough that it's very difficult. Scroll of nimbleness, 1 gold. Scroll of healing, 1 gold. Scroll advantage? And then the top
Steph and
left.
Ryan are waiting on me. I'll go check in.
No, I'm the waitress. I'm waiting on them, so they can wait. We're not going to play Arkanoid right now, and we can't talk to these people. Okay. Well, I guess I am going to go interact with them. I don't get to, like, clean up the dishes that I wanted to. There's going to be a thing at the end about, like, who, you know, did you clean up all the dishes? Did you do your job? And the answer will be no, because I just cleaned up the dishes in the wrong order.
If she's hiding something, I need to find out what it is. For Gabe.
Stand right here and find out. Oh no, she's got a passive matrix screen. There's no way to read it. Alright, I'm back here doing my job. A responsible employee. Psst, guys.
Okay, she's here. What's the plan?
Well, we have 2 plans actually. But we're still workshopping them.
Good to have options, right? So what are they?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I asked Diane out on a date.
Wait, what?
And she's so into it. She doesn't notice one Ryan Lucan swiping her laptop. Ryan carries said laptop upstairs, acquiring damning evidence. Maybe Diane and I still hook up? Not important.
That's your plan? Oh my god, please tell me you have something better.
Yes, please.
I do. Now, to be clear, it's the same plan. Except, I'm the distraction. Look, Steph, I don't even think she's gay, all right? She's probably into the rugged mountain man type. All the transplants are.
Alex is like, morons. I've got morons on my team.
Okay, maybe these plans do need some more time.
What? It's a simple plan, literally 2 steps. You just need to choose the hotter distraction.
Okay, I'm not doing that.
You're the only tiebreaker we have.
Okay, look. I've had one conversation ever with Diane. She was sitting down with Ducky and sort of lamenting the fact that this town is that she feels a little bit out of place on this town. I don't know where she comes from. She probably comes from like a big metropolitan area. However, it is possible that the reason that she feels out of place here is the same reason that Izzy feels out of place. Remember the button that we found in the last episode? Oh yeah, Steph, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to do that as far from the mic as possible. Oh yeah, Steph, it'll work out great for me here. A trans girl in a town of like 4 people. If Diane is gay, then she might be feeling out of place in a very small town where, statistically speaking, just the way that percentages often break down, there may not be much of a dating pool for her. Now, if she's straight, there's also a pretty limited dating pool. It's a small town. That's what it is. But, like, with no information to go on. Also, I just think that Steph would be better at picking her up. I think that Ryan is an incredibly charming and, like, handsome guy, but also he's got this, like, hesitation to him that I'm not sure would play well with someone who appears to be a corporate executive. I think that Steph would be more likely to sort of, like, take charge and, like ram her way in the conversation. And here's the thing. Here's another thing. Even if Diane isn't into Steph romantically, she may be into Steph just for human companionship. It could be that being approached by Steph is going to be less, not intimidating, but it might feel less threatening, I guess. I don't know. I'm sort of trying to think this through, but I think we're going to go with Steph.
Let's go with Steph. Badass DJ? It's a no-brainer. Sorry, Ryan.
Fuck yes. In your face.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, if Diane...
Look,
hold on.
I appreciate the effort, but we don't even know if she has anything worth stealing yet. I'm just gonna try talking to her. Maybe I can get her worked up and read her emotions. I'll let you know if I need that distraction.
Good luck.
Your usual.
Thanks, Alex.
What's the best way to rile her up?
I was talking to Charlotte about the affidavit. Oh no, B is just gonna make her super defensive. And, like, yeah, that would rile her up, but then we'd never get anything ever out of her.
You know all I want is justice for my brother. Please. Help me.
Alex, I can assure you that Typhon is committed to a full and open investigation. We want to find those responsible and hold them accountable just as much as you do. That's the truth.
Wow, she got that out without the teleprompter.
She's got a great poker face, unlike Mac. But let's see what she's really feeling. Let me try and read her first. I should try reading Diane's emotions before we go any further.
Poor Gabe. No one deserves to die like that.
She's sad. If I keep her thinking about Gabe's death, maybe I can find out more.
Also, I would like it noted that I made a Watch Dogs reference before somebody came in with a Bloom sticker. Now, in Watch Dogs, it doesn't have an E at the end, but how curious. Napkins. Can I get you a napkin? So, the cross indicates a... Like, here's what I think this is intended to mean. It could indicate a religious mindset, and covering up a death seems like the sort of thing that might be a little bit sinful.
Diane seems really put together, but inside, she's just as much a mess as the rest of us.
Maybe, you know what? You know what also might, like, loosen her up a little bit? Oh, I didn't see drawing before. By Ethan Lambert. Okay, I mean, this kid was using graph paper, which I note here only because that might have assisted with the perspective, but it's still hell and gone better than I can draw.
Typhon does a lot of local hiring, huh?
We're always growing.
Yep, okay. I can ask her about the beer. I'd like to... What I was about to say is, wouldn't it be great to get a drink or two into her? I think that might shake the facade a little bit.
I bet you and Gabe threw back a lot of these together.
He was a great bartender. Made the long work days more bearable.
Oh, such a cute photo.
my niece and nephew. They're adorable.
Yeah. Family's really something, isn't it?
Do you have enough napkins for the table?
Yeah. I'm fine, thanks.
I am very curious about the Bloom sticker. Oh, it's a guitar. I wasn't even looking at like the shape behind it.
William Bloom. Gabe loved him. I think he spent a whole year just listening to him.
Really? He had good taste. Surprised we never talked about it.
That's a nice cross.
Oh, thanks. Of all the people this could have happened to, why'd it have to be him?
That's different than we got before, wasn't it?
Of all the
No,
people
okay.
this could have happened
Well, it's different.
to, why'd it have to be him?
Okay, I didn't ask her about the drawing.
Are you joining in the LARP later? It's been so hard for Ethan. We're all hoping it will cheer him up.
I can't. Good luck, though. I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
Okay. Now I need to pick something that will push Diane's emotions over the edge.
I have an idea on what it might be. Let's just see if there's any other options. Because again,
I need to rile Diane up. Maybe asking about the right things could help.
Yep, got it.
Look, I know you're not a bad person. But my brother is dead because of the choices you and Typhon made. How does that make you feel? I actually want to know.
Alex,
Typhon is doing everything we can to address the situation. That's the truth. Okay?
All right. That's the emotion I was looking for.
And
Time
blue
to
is
explore Diane's guilt about Gabe.
guilt. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't left trigger is what that was.
Okay. Time to find out what Diane is really hiding.
he came here looking for a better life, just like me. He's gone. I'm still here.
By the way, what was her last name? Jacobs, it looked like?
Hello?
Miss Jacobs? It's Deputy Pike.
Pike, I'm sorry, but we're very busy at the moment.
There's been an accident.
What kind of accident?
Wait. There's something else.
I can't undo what Typhon did, or the role I played. But at least I have everything I need to protect myself from them.
Holy shit. She must have evidence on the USB stick. Looks like I'll need a distraction after all.
This feels a bit odd with her just sort of like sitting there texting Steph, come over. Need distraction. Like, Diane is gonna know that Alex and Steph are friends, right? I'm also just a little bit nervous that the song has been playing under this the whole time and that we might get copyright strike because of it. Whatever.
Oh, hey Steph. How are you?
So, what's your deal?
I'm sorry?
Are you single, semi-single, taken, but still down to get drunk and make out?
Whoa. Was not expecting that at all. Am I blushing? I feel like I'm blushing.
Yeah, I could see your cheeks from space.
Super. Real good look for me. I'm so flattered. I don't even know what to say.
Hey, no sweat.
So stupid.
Think about it. Get back to me. I'm not going anywhere.
See ya.
There's got to be 100,000 better ways to have pulled off that sleight of hand. The Scooby gang sneaks in.
Holy shit, that was epic! Totally insane!
My heart is pounding.
Steph, there's a very real chance that you awoke something in Diane.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You guys, oh, that was hilarious. Oh my god. I hope this was worth it.
Okay, and that's actually going to be a really good place to call it for part 1. We will see you in just mere moments for part 2 of chapter 3 of Life is Strange True Colors, and we'll see you there.